Welcome to the Tech Bite. Today I discuss what we'd like to see, from release date and price, to performance from RTX 2060. So let's get started. The next Nvidia graphics card in the 20 series range of Turing-based GPUs must surely be the RTX 2060 or GTX 2060. We're still not entirely sure exactly how the naming scheme is going to play out, especially given that Nvidia itself hasn't said word one about the next-gen mainstream GeForce graphics cards. The first thing we'd like to see regarding the Nvidia RTX 2060 would be a release date. And if Nvidia is being smart, and as ruthlessly tactical as we know it can be, then we'd expect that RTX 2060 release date to be set sometime after Team Radeon has released the new AMD Navi graphics cards. There have been some early RTX 2060 benchmarks leaked by the Final Fantasy XV database. Yes, that ever-reliable FF15 benchmark. It's not really a benchmark we use when we're testing graphics card capabilities due to its less than consistent results. You can see that from the database itself, where you'll find RX Vega 56 cards beating out AMD's flagship RX Vega 64, for example. Still, it's the first vague notion of RTX 2060 performance we've seen, and shows the test RTX 2060 delivering JRPG performance that's 30% higher than the GTX 1060, and 22% faster than the new AMD RX 590. Which isn't that exciting. We'd have maybe hoped that it would at least a touch faster than the GTX 1070. Yet it's actually 6% slower according to this. That performance level maybe lends more credence to the possibility of an RTX 2060 Ti card stepping into the sizable price and performance gap then left open between the RTX 2060 and RTX 2070. But will it ray trace? That's a tough one to answer. Nvidia has told us that tracking 5 billion rays per second is about the minimum for a meaningful ray-traced experience, and the current RTX 2070 is rated at around the 6 billion rays per second mark. So potentially Nvidia could introduce an RTX 2060 to using the same TU106 GPU as the RTX 2070. But with a little logical opt-off, and make sure it's capable of nailing 5 billion rays. If that comes to pass, then I'd have to say I doubt the RTX 2060 would have any hope of a ray tracing future. Though AL has recently said it expects more graphics cards are going to get DirectX ray tracing support in 2019, which could indicate at least one more Turing GPU getting ray happy next year. Pricing for the RTX 2060 is going to be key. But Nvidia has already set out its pricing strategy at the high end, with the RTX 2070 costing at least $499. There's potentially a big gap between that and the $250–300 price range you'd want a mainstream graphics card to appear in, though, perhaps as much as the release date. That pricing level might just depend on what AMD's Navi GPUs look like when they arrive next year. Given the price hikes for the different levels of GPUs, from RTX 2070 through to RTX 2080 and RTX 2080 Ti, compared with their 10 series brethren, it wouldn't be too much of a stretch to expect the RTX 2060 to be priced way higher than the GTX 1060. That might be difficult if the Navi GPUs arrived around the $300 price point with decent mainstream gaming performance. If it manages a 20% performance boost over the RX 590, then that matches the FFVX RTX 2060 benchmark. The solution? Nvidia Nvidia could just add another GPU into the mix. There has already been speculation that it might have an RTX 2060 Ti waiting in the wings for a CES 2019 unveiling in January, along with the other Max-Q mobile GPUs. And that would allow Nvidia to have a high-cost mainstream Turing chip somewhere around $399. As well as a more reasonable $299 option, and then it would still be able to have the RTX 2050 knocking around the $199 mark. That's it from this video. Hit subscribe and hit bell icon to get our daily video notifications about tech, gaming and tutorials. Smile.